I wanted to start with an update on my bedroom tank because at this point I think it's doing very well. So real quick, from left to right, the plants are Pogostemon stellata, Hygrophila corymbosa dwarf pennywort, water sprite on the right on the bottom, and above that regular pennywort or Brazilian pennywort. About half of the Brazilian pennywort melted, so I removed the melted stems and leaves. And I do believe that this plant is doing quite well. It's growing very quickly in this tank, and I'm hopeful that I will have enough of it to move some into my 120-gallon tank, which is a shrimp colony and also a nice home for white cloud mountain minnow and one ancestris. On the right side of the tank you can see how the Brazilian pennywort has the leaves leveled off, turned towards the light, doing very well on this bright side of the tank. Below the Pogostemon stellata you can see the Hygrophila corymbosa dwarf is doing just as well in the shaded area behind the hardscape as it is in front where there's more light. This 120-gallon tank is looking much better now that I have a black backdrop and a black substrate. I have two types of driftwood in here, both Malaysian and Mopani. Java moss is beginning to take hold on various pieces of driftwood, and I have quite a few Anubias. It's Anubias barteri, perhaps a couple of variants. I also have one surviving Anubias heterophylla on a small piece of driftwood. And there are various rooted plants as well, including Bacopa, Pogostemon stellata, Rotala, rotundifolia, Hygrophila, corymbosa, I moved all of my white cloud mountain minnow into this tank. I'm not adding vinegar eels, so I'm not sure if any fry are surviving in the tank. Perhaps later, as the Java moss grows nice and thick, they'll have a place to hide. And there are quite a few cherry shrimp doing well in the tank. I was concerned that the hang on the back filters might suck up the shrimplets, but I haven't noticed any in the filters as I've cleaned them out several times. So I think they're able to swim against the current and avoid getting trapped in the hang on the back filters. On the right side of the tank there's a nice open space for the fish to swim and the shrimp to roam about and graze about the substrate. Finally, on the left side of the tank I'm having the best success with rooted plants, particularly Pogostemon stellata. It's commonly called octopus because of the long spindly leaves.